Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family. I'm here to expose the Kylian Mbappe carries Paris Saint Germain, and Kylian Mbappe was the only reason that Paris Saint Germain reached the Champions League semi-final this season. Obviously, we have to put this season into context when it comes to Kylian Mbappe. He finally got his wish of Paris Saint Germain letting go of Neymar Jr., and Nasser Khalifi kicked him out to Al Hilal. Lionel Messi also left Paris Saint Germain, which left the attack entirely built around Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe also wanted a French version of PSG, and Nasser made sure to make that happen this summer transfer window. So going into the season, we called it the Kylian Saint Germain season. The team that's built around Kylian Mbappe, trying only to get the best out of him. What did Kylian Mbappe this season? Well, let's go through it. First of all, we gotta talk about Kylian Mbappe in Ligue 1 before we go to the big Champions League stuff. Obviously, in Ligue 1, Kylian Mbappe scored 26 goals, having 7 assists in 28 games. That's really good. That's exactly what you want, a goal-scoring forward in the league to get you all the victories that you need. And Kylian Mbappe either scored or assisted 33 goals out of Paris Saint Germain's 73 goals in Ligue 1 this season, which is 45% goal involvement, which is really great from Kylian Mbappe. He also earned Paris Saint Germain 16 points by his goals and assists this season. But when we look back at last season, it's still not as big as last season, where Lionel Andres Messi won Paris Saint Germain 22 points in Ligue 1, whilst Kylian Mbappe won us 24 points in Ligue 1 last season. And this shows that the team around Kylian Mbappe is better than the team that was around Kylian Mbappe and Lionel Messi last season. And if we compare Paris Saint Germain this season with Kylian Mbappe and without Kylian Mbappe in Ligue 1, this is how the story looks. Paris Saint Germain have won 4 games and 4 draws when they have played without Kylian Mbappe, which is 50 win percentage. And with Kylian Mbappe, 18 wins, 9 draws, and 1 defeat, which is 61% victory successful rate. It's good to see this, but once again, it's not that far off. 50, 61%. If PSG adds some stuff, Ligue 1 will be as easy as it was this season, next season. But let's come to the big thing. Why you have a player like Kylian Mbappe? Why you pay a player like Kylian Mbappe 200 million euros a year? It's obviously for the Champions League. Ligue 1, we can win with or without Mbappe. The Champions League, maybe we needed Mbappe to win it. So let's go through his entire Champions League season with Paris Saint Germain and see how entertaining it is that Kylian Mbappe carried PSG. Kylian Mbappe obviously scored 8 goals, had 0 assists in 12 games. And when you look at that, you're like, this is good. 8 goals, 12 games. That is good from Kylian Mbappe, right? No, it's not that good. First game versus Dortmund, stinker. Scored 1 Fugazi penalty, 2 big chances, and only 1 out of 5 shots on target. Disaster. Next up versus Newcastle, when we lost 4-1, Mbappe had 1 shot the entire game, and he wasn't even on target. Stinker. Next up, AC Milan. Mbappe had some of a decent game, 4 out of 5 shots on target, 1 goal, and 1 big chance missed. Decent from Mbappe. And we had AC Milan away, where we badly needed Kylian Mbappe. He had 2 out of 3 shots on target, with 2 big chances missed when he was 1-1. Against Newcastle at home, obviously the memorable game which kept us in the Champions League, Kylian Mbappe had 3 out of 5 shots on target, 2 big chances missed, alongside 1 Fugazi penalty. Another stinker. Then against Dortmund, I think this was a cheeky performance. He obviously had 1 big chance missed, 1 out of 3 shots. He did some great playmaking in that game. Probably should have gotten 1 or 2 assists, but still, by Kylian Mbappe's standard, and the chance that he missed in that game, very, very bad. And we can't forget that Paris Saint Germain narrowly went through the group stage. We went through on goal differences on 8 points. Kylian Mbappe was the reason we nearly got knocked out. He was missing big chances every single game. He was not scoring when we needed him to score. His group stage looked like this: 1 non-penalty goal, 8 big chances missed, 0 assists in 6 games. This is absolutely disasterful. 1 non-penalty goal in 6 games and 8 big chances missed. But no, Mbappe carries PSG. That's what I was told. He was outperformed and outshined by 17-year-old Warren Zaire-Emery in the group stage. It's absolutely embarrassing. But let's jump to the knockout stages, the more important stage. Kylian Mbappe, obviously with a good to great performance versus Sociedad at home. 1 goal, 1 big chance missed, and 4 out of 7 shots. I like when Mbappe takes a lot of shots. It shows me that he's willing to win this game. And he did great in the first Sociedad game And he continued that form against Sociedad away. 3 out of 4 shots, 2 goals, 1 big chance missed. The big chance missed continues, but at least now he was scoring influential, important goals in the knockout stages. And when he did this versus Sociedad, I pretty much slightly forgave him for the group stage. I was like, maybe he had a rough group stage. You know, we're a new team. Luis Enrique, he didn't have preseason. I used all the Mbappe FC excuses on Mbappe. And I was like, he's going to cook in the next rounds in the Champions League knockout stages and potentially help us lift the Champions League. But no. What he did versus Sociedad was maybe because he was Sociedad. Because in the rest of the games, he was absolutely stinky garbage. You have the game versus Barcelona at home. 0 out of 3 shots on target, including 3 offsides. He absolutely drops one of the biggest stinkers at home. Then away, obviously, where he got 2 goals, but we can't forget he missed 2 big chances, and one of them was a penalty. He was ass in that game. And now we come to the most relevant thing. Versus Borussia Dortmund. First game, 1 out of 3 shots on target. Nothing. Second game, 3 out of 5 shots. 1 big chance missed. Absolutely nothing. Kylian Mbappe was the main reason Paris Saint Germain got knocked out. Because if we had beaten Dortmund, he would have gotten every single credit, whether he scored or not. So now that we lose, I'm going to do the reverse on him. He deserves all the shit for us going out. The only reason I believed in Paris Saint Germain being able to lift the Champions League is because I thought we had the best player in the world. But Mbappe did not perform as the best player in the world. He got outperformed and outshined by so many PSG and Dortmund players. In the knockout stages, he was outperformed by Vitinha in every single game. Vitinha, a 24-year-old in his second season at Paris Saint Germain, is outperforming Kylian Mbappe. This is absolutely unacceptable. But still, somehow he carries Paris Saint Germain. If you look at his total Champions League stats this season, 5 non-penalty goals, 14 big chances missed in 12 games. This is absolutely diabolical from the so-called best player in the world. From someone that supposedly carries Paris Saint Germain to having 5 non-penalty goals and 14 big chances missed in every single, because every single game for PSG this season was crucial. We've lost 5 games in the Champions League this season, so every single game was crucial, and Mbappe stunk it up. Let's take a look at all of his big chances missed against Dortmund here. Tries to ship Kobel. You don't have that in your bag, Mbappe. Here, misses an absolute sitter. Against AC Milan, straight to Maignan. Here, beautiful pass from Dembele. Mbappe misses a sitter versus Milan. Again from Kolo, misses a sitter versus Milan. Against Newcastle in a do-or-die game. Tries some Rabona backheel shit. Misses an open big chance. Here, gets a beautiful ball. Tries to bicycle. Like, you're not him, Mbappe. You're not him. Once again here, obviously we know about this miss. I don't know how, obviously it's a great tackle by Sule, but Kylian Mbappe, you absolutely cannot miss this. Against Sociedad, big chance early on, misses it. Against Sociedad, misses it. Against Barca, misses it. And then for his Fugazi, second goal versus Barca, he missed this opening big chance. And obviously versus Dortmund, missed this big chance. The only 3 games where I'm happy with Mbappe's performance was AC Milan at home and the 2 games versus Sociedad. And you may snuck in that Dortmund game here, the away one in the group stage. But Kylian Mbappe was an absolute disaster for Paris Saint Germain. The team was finally built around him. There was no Neymar. There was no Messi that were going to get some crazy chances. No, this team is completely built around Kylian Mbappe. And we are goal scoring reliant on Mbappe. It's very hard for our team to score goals with Mbappe. Why? Because the team is built around Mbappe scoring goals. That's how Madrid with Ronaldo was built. That's how most Messi Barca teams were built. And Mbappe absolutely failed. He's 25-year-old in his absolute prime, had no big injury this season. And he stunk it up. Here's one funny stat. Paris Saint Germain were trailing so many times this season in the Champions League, but only once did Kylian Mbappe score a goal when Paris Saint Germain were trailing. And that was his penalty that he didn't even earn versus Newcastle United. If Kylian Mbappe was going to take all the credit, if Paris Saint Germain won the Champions League, he's going to take majority of the blame now that we have been eliminated. I hope everyone leaves this video understanding that this myth that Kylian Mbappe has been carrying PSG this season has been exposed. The only thing Kylian Mbappe did this season for PSG was holding us back. Kylian Mbappe, I'm so happy that you're leaving my club. I can't wait to get that 200 million wages that you've been drinking from us and using it on better players that will fight for the badge, fight for the team, and not use any excuses. I haven't even brought up the words that you use. That's been it from your boy PSG. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below. What's your thoughts about Kylian Mbappe and does he carry Paris Saint Germain? That's been it. And as usual, allez, allez, allez Paris.